Okay, so I just got this on Amazon, just delivered. It's supposed to be a PSP charger because I found my old PSP and I want to play it, but I don't have the charger, so let's see if this works. Okay, I just looked it up. The flashing orange does mean it is currently charging. Okay, so there's no light anymore. So I think it might be fully charged. Let's see. How do I turn it on? Oh, like this. Oh my god, it turned on. Oh wow, okay. Initial setup, so it's like... Today is January 5th, 2009, bro. 2026. Turn up, Happy New Year. It is currently 3:05. Let's wait till it's 06. Cute. Oh my god, you can play music on this and camera. Okay, I'm gonna mess around a little. Okay, so actually this battery is dead. So my PSP only turns on when it's plugged in, and if I take it out, it automatically dies. So I just bought a new battery, and then we'll try to see if it works.
The schedule and recommendations thus far, they have tended now during flu season. Yeah, and a pretty tough flu season at that, I'll tell you. Our emergency room plants are overwhelmed right now. So on December 5th, the president put out a request that asks for the Secretary of Health and Human Services, Secretary Kennedy, to look at basically our peer countries, 20 countries, including Denmark, about what they do for routine childhood vaccinations. Are we doing what other peer countries are doing? Too much, too little? And what they found in a pretty comprehensive report that Denmark, like other countries, have fewer recommended vaccines. So we took on a number of their recommendations. I would just offer you some, having worked kind of in global healthcare, I would be trying to explain. It's Jane and Jamal. Stress fighting methods and stress, but not very well interest on some emotional method. You need use secret critical antiperspirants. Secret gives 3 times more stress fight protection. Reduces the edge and helps you clear skin.
Okay, hey, so basically I just wrote down 10 New Year's resolutions and I thought I'd share them. So this is my journal. First one is upload consistently / once a week. So I want to upload on YouTube consistently, which means I have to edit and get out a video once a week. I think I can do that pretty easily. And I'm starting to get the hang of editing and filming and stuff like that. I think it really is just having things that are interesting and that are entertaining that I could film. I feel like since I've been home obviously, I don't know, I just don't do anything super exciting, at least I think, but I think also half the time when I like watch vlogs, it's kind of nice to just see people, you know, do their daily routines. Like, it doesn't always have to be like a super exciting thing, and if anything, I just want it to be like a form of self-expression and, I don't know, something to look back on and maybe, you know, have fun along the way. A second is read more. I don't think that one will be that hard because I've been reading consistently like almost every day. But I want to make, I found on Twitter someone made this. Can you see it? Hold on. It's 26 books in 2026, and I want to make something like this because I think it's cute, and it's kind of nice to see, like, you know, all the covers out there like this. What does this person have? They have Orlando by Virginia Woolf, Carmilla, which I read, great book. Normal People, everyone always talks about this book. Jane Eyre, I do want to read that. And I also want to read Wuthering Heights, because me and my friend are planning to see the movie on Valentine's Day. So I don't know, might as well get some context before going in. She has Sunrise on the Reaping. I've been considering reading The Hunger Games because I do like the movies. So maybe I'll do that. She has A Game of Thrones. It's a big commitment. Catcher in the Rye, I read that. It was okay, I guess. What else she have? The Hobbit, read that. Maybe like a month ago, I finished The Lord of the Rings. It was great. Maybe I'll do a little video about like the books I read. And what else she has on here? She has White Nights by Fyodor Dostoevsky, which I don't have White Nights, but I do have the Karamazov brothers, which everyone says is like low-key life-changing, so I want to read that. But it is a commitment. It's about like 1,000 pages, which is fine. Like when I read Lord of the Rings, it was all of them in one, and that was like 1,000 pages. So if it's interesting, 1,000 pages can fly by pretty easily. Anyways, yeah, I want to make something like this. I'll probably share it on here once I figure out how to do it. 3 is get into reading philosophy. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really read any philosophy. I have a book of what is, oh my god, what is it? Let me go get it. This Kafka. I don't know if he's like solely philosophy, but maybe I can start here. What even is this? The Complete Stories brings together all of Kafka's stories from classic tales such as The Metamorphosis, The Penal Colony, and A Hunger Artist, to shorter pieces and fragments that Max Brod, Kafka's literary executor, released after Kafka's death, with the exception of his 3 novels. The whole of Kafka's narrative work is included in this volume. So maybe I can start here. But yeah, I just want to get into philosophy because I feel like I would really enjoy it. 4 is keep going to the gym. I have been going to the gym for like a couple of years now. I got into the gym like, maybe like 3 years ago, and I have seen results, but like the past like year I feel like I've been plateauing, and honestly it's because I haven't been eating properly. But I've been going to the gym since I've been back here, and I'm eating more, so I do see results, which is good, and I enjoy the gym, so I don't think that'll be too hard. Keep drawing. So I think you've seen in a couple of my videos I've been really into pastels. I mean, I've been into pastels for like a year now. I've done some drawings even before I came back here. But yeah, I just want to keep drawing and you know, make it a kind of habit. I had this art teacher in high school, Mr. McFarlane, RIP. He has passed away. But when I had him in high school, he would say, when people would like tell him that like, oh, I'm not good at drawing or whatever, he would ask them like, oh, well, when did you stop drawing? And they'd be like, fourth grade, third grade. And he was like, well, if you stop drawing in the fourth grade, like you're always gonna just draw at a fourth grade level, which I think is an amazing advice for anything really. I mean, that could be applied to anything. But that always stuck with me, and every time I draw, I think of him. He was actually like a really formative teacher in my life. So yeah, I want to keep drawing, and I put here /sell a drawing. I have never like even like put anything up for sale. I've really just drawn for myself, and then like I guess for my parents. But recently I drew, which I think you guys saw in the last vlog, it's like a boy. And let me pull it up. Actually, I have it on here. This I recently, can you see it? Can it focus? Oh my god, love, please. Oh, there we go. So I recently drew this, and my mom really liked it, and we got it framed, and it's hanging in her office. Let me find a photo. We hung it like a couple days ago up in her office. There it is, all framed and hanging. This is a picture I took before we hung it up. But yeah, honestly, like once it's like put in a frame, I don't know, I look at it, I'm like, wow, looks like pretty serious. It looks like a real artist, and like I don't even know what like quote unquote a real artist means. I think if you create anything, you're an artist, you know? I don't think you could like, you have to like sell your work to be considered an artist. I mean, I think maybe professionally you could be called an artist because you're making money off of it, but I think you could be a casual artist. But yeah, I think it would be really cool if I like sold a piece of work. Like that would be crazy, and why not write it down and shoot for it, you know? Okay, this one's as they progress they get more difficult to achieve, but that doesn't mean impossible. So I want to hit 500k subscribers on YouTube, which is kind of crazy because I have 0. But again, why the hell not, bro? Like, why not? Hey, let's see. Number 8, I want to cook more. Since I've been home, me and my mom have been cooking and baking like crazy. Like we cooked and baked for Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's, and my mom and my parents just had like friends visit, and we cooked like a whole meal, like courses. Like we had apps, a salad, a main, a dessert, a second dessert with the coffee. Like it was awesome, and I've been really enjoying it. And I mean, it's a good skill. It's just a good skill to have. Oh yeah, we got Anthony's cookbook, his first one, and yeah, I've been really enjoying cooking, and everything's been pretty good so far. So number 9, learn how to braid my own hair. I like love having like the tight braid. I don't know what they're called, like the boxer braids. When I worked at this GI clinic before, like, what was it, like 2 or 3 years ago, I would have my like coworkers like braid it for me, and I like don't work there anymore. And honestly, when like I started like wanting my hair to be braided, I thought every girl just knew how to braid hair. Like that was just like in my mind. I just thought like every girl who has like long hair like probably knows how to braid it. And so I would like ask her like, hey, can you braid my hair? And like literally like I think like around 80% of the girls I've ever asked are like, I don't know how to braid hair. I'm like, oh, so I just made that up. But anyways, yeah, I just want to learn how to braid my own hair so I never have to ask anyone ever again. And number 10, this one, if none of them come true except this one, I will be happy. So number 10 is find a way not to go back to med school / I need to start making money. I haven't really gone into like detail about my life like personally. I mean, the 2 vlogs I've posted are just like me and my friends, me cooking, me like just living my life, but I haven't actually like really explained like who I am and like what I want this channel to be, and like why it's called the Dropout Year or whatever. I want to make like a whole separate video about that. I've just been like not wanting to do it. I just like, I don't know. I've like have so much filmed that I haven't like sat down to like talk about it, because that's just going to be a whole like separate video in and of itself. But yeah, I want to make a video soon like explaining like who I am, my circumstances kind of, and like why I started this channel and like what I'm doing here and stuff like that. But yeah, that'll come. But yeah, that's like the big one that I really want to come true. So yeah, whether it's through these videos, whether it's through like making art or like something, I just don't want to go back to med school. And I'll go more into detail on that soon. So yeah, those are my 10 New Year's resolutions. I think like 60% of them are like in the bag. The other 40% I need to work on, and still can happen, so can happen, because I'm a big believer in manifestation, and also like believing in like the magic and the uncertainty of life. And I know uncertainty kind of has a maybe negative connotation, but I guess like the better version is the serendipity. I believe in the serendipity of life, which I haven't really have felt in like a long time. But now that I'm here and I'm doing this and I'm creating these videos, I'm drawing, I'm reading, like I feel so rejuvenated, and I feel myself coming back to myself. I feel me coming back to me, which I haven't felt in so long. So that's an awesome sign. So yeah, those are the 10. Oh, I forgot to say one. Number 6 is stream / record a let's play. I have been trying to like figure out how and what I want to play, because I know I upload these vlogs, but I also want to like add in like let's plays in here. And I know like the easiest way is just like buy a game on Steam and play, which you guys saw. Like I bought an Xbox controller to play on Steam. I just haven't like really like looked through Steam's available games to play, and you guys saw I found my PSP and I want to play games on there, but like I was looking up, is there any way to like screen record? And there is, but it's just like so many steps, and I'm like, I don't really feel like doing all that. So I think I'll just like play my PSP just for my own enjoyment, and I'll play something on Steam, or I have my PS3 here, and I also have a PS2. so maybe that'll be easier to stream. But yeah, I want to do that too. So those are my 10 for real now. I guess like while we're here, I will talk a little bit about the book I'm reading right now that I'm in the middle of. I'm on page 160, as you can see, and it's by Thomas Hardy. I read Tessa the D'Urbervilles, how many years ago? It was like, it has to be like 3 or 4 years ago, and I loved it. I was obsessed, and it's still like one of my favorite books ever. Why did I like it and why did it have such an effect on me? I think I really what's it called? What is it called? I really freaking I related to Tess, the main character, because she's like quite innocent and like she believes in true love, and like she's just like a pure heart, and that's kind of what gets her into like all these like freaking situations, like these like kind of terrible situations. And I really related to her because that's kind of like how I was like back then. And since that time, and since I've read that book, like I guess I also went through my own transformation as Tess does. I mean, it definitely doesn't end up as bad as she ends up. If you've read the book, you know, and if you don't, just look it up or read the book. But I've learned that you can't just go through life like that. It's kind of naive. In the past couple of years, I guess I've definitely like hardened up, and like also like because of that, I've like definitely become more closed off, which I think is a good thing. But also like I feel like I also need to like, I've been like too like closed off, and I feel like I'm starting to gain more confidence and like be the bubbly person that I used to be. And now I'm reading this book by Thomas Hardy, and the stories are like almost like opposite in a way. So like this book is about this woman named Bathsheba Everdeen, and she moves to a new town because she's taking over her uncle's farm. He just passed away and he left it to her, and she's like basically like super innocent, and not innocent, super independent, and like she is kind of like, I don't need no man. She is like just like, yeah, like she's just like a bad bitch, like back in the 1800s, like she's a bad bitch. And because of like, you know, she's beautiful and, you know, like smart and strong and independent, she attracts 3 suitors. One guy named Gabriel Oak, who's like a shepherd who ends up working for her. This guy named Boldwood is his last name, and he's like a 40-year-old like bachelor, and he's like pretty rich, like, and he's like falling for her. And then lastly is Sergeant Troy, who's like this young playboy sergeant, and they all fall for her. And like the book is basically about her like kind of like playing the field in a sense. And I guess it's interesting now that I'm reading this, where I am in my life right now. I wouldn't say like, oh yeah, like I am her, but because I'm definitely not. She's like way more put together than I am. But I kind of like feel her in the sense where like I'm not really like looking for anything. Like I don't really care to be like in a relationship or be like tied down or anything like that. And weirdly enough, like that's like what attracts these guys, is the fact that like she's not interested really. Not that she's like not interested, but she's like not really taking any of it seriously. And I kind of relate to her because like I, coming from where I was like when I was relating to Tess, and she was like, oh, I believe in true love and stuff. I'm not saying that I don't believe in true love, but the rose glasses have definitely come off. And I'm not jaded or anything. I just like, I don't know, like I don't really like care. And I think especially in like today's age where like everyone is just like so like non-committal and so like not viable for like a relationship. Like, I think it's perfectly fine to act, you know, to be like this way where you're like not really looking and not really that interested in anything. And I'm a true believer now that if something is like, if someone is like meant for me, like they will approach me in a way that I find respectful, interesting, and worth continuing, you know? So anyways, yeah, I'm enjoying the book. To be honest, we've met all three guys. And the only one that I find like semi-interesting is like the playboy, go fucking figure. But it's just because like the other two, Gabriel Oak the shepherd and Boldwood the like rich farmer, they like just like find her attractive and like literally like went up to her and was like, marry me. And she was like, bruh, like what the fuck. And like there's no like real like conversations or like flirting or like anything. They're just like simps. Whereas like the playboy, at least there's like flirtation, there's like laughing, there's like jokes, there's like courting. Like obviously he's probably like the least viable, this is how it always works, he's probably like the least viable target in terms of like a husband, but like in terms of like the story in the book, like you can sense like the flirtation, and it's like cute and it's funny, it's like fun to read. Okay, this is me editing the video right now. And I'm talking about how Troy is the only interesting, fun one. Let me take that back. This is me after finishing the book and watching the movie. Fuck that dude. Fuck that dude. Yeah. So yeah, I'm about like halfway through now. Like I said, all the characters have been introduced now. And so we'll see where it goes. But yeah, I really like Hardy because he wrote these books in the 1800s, right? And back then, everything was like so different, obviously. But I find it like so interesting that like, even though it was like a whole completely different world than what it is today, there's like still like things that he writes about that like I relate to in terms of just like feelings and like emotions and stuff like that, and like, you know, and just the dialogue and like how they talk. Like I low-key like wish in today's day and age like people kind of acted like this, because it was just like, I don't know, like everything was like had like meaning, and like no one was like performing for anyone, and like people just like acted and did things. And like I feel like nowadays like no one wants to like do things or act on emotions, or like people find emotions like embarrassing. And like don't get me wrong, like I also like I feel that way sometimes, but I am old-fashioned in the sense where I'm like, I want to have a conversation, like I want to talk, like I want to exchange ideas. And like they, like back in the day, that's kind of like all they did, because there was no like iPhones, there was no YouTube, there's no cameras, there's no like TV shows, there's no movies. Like it was just like you were just like in the world. Everyone was just like in the world, because like there was nothing else. But which is crazy to think, because now it's like I feel like everyone tries their hardest to like not be in this world, you know what I mean? It's like everyone like kind of living like a pseudo life. Anyways, I can just like go on and on about it, but I like reading these old books because I don't know, it's so interesting to me to see how these people like lived and did things. And even though this is like fiction, it's obviously based on like the time it was created. And I think this book was written in like 1874, like crazy old. But yeah, I mean, it's weird to say that like I wish part of this world still existed. But yeah, that was my little spiel on Hardy and the Far From the Madding crowd. And I guess I'll give updates about the book and how I feel. Okay, I got hair ties. I'm going to tie my hair because I don't feel like washing it. And I haven't had hair ties since I came back, and I just got some from the grocery store. So let's out. Do it. Okay, I think I got all my hair. It's like not brushed, so it's like kind of bumpy in the back. Okay, whatever. I'm literally just going to Home Goods to return some plates for my mom, and then I'm gonna stop by the post office to drop off a Depop package. So it's not like I have to like look the best. It's like bumpy on the sides. Is it just my head shape or what? This is what it looks like. How the hell do I zoom in? Okay, it looks like kind of bad. This is what happens when your like hair is like greasy. It like sticks together. But whatever. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere important. Here we are. God, I'm Jeez, they make that freaking hole like tiny. This was the next day. I was at the gym and the sky was just looking so beautiful, so I wanted to film it. So thanks everyone for watching. Bye!